So this has been day 2 of me going through all of my childhood computer games, and let me tell you how I think about some of the games so far. So on the first day, we decided to try out Toy Story Activity Center. I thought it very timely with the 5th movie coming out and everything, and I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. It was actually animated and developed by Pixar, so that meant you got the whole shebang with the 3D graphics. No scaled down 2D models here. You get Woody and Buzz just how they appeared in the movie. And the puzzles and challenges here were actually, well, challenging. The second game that I was going to try out but I couldn't get to play properly was Toy Story Power Play, which I believe this is a port of the Super NES and Genesis games. It's actually not too surprising to me that I couldn't get this game to run, because even back in the day on my uncle's computer, I could never get this game to play. So unfortunately, this will have to wait for another day. Luckily for me, though, this game will be included in the Toy Story collection that's coming out this fall, so I guess I have that to look forward to. When Toy Story Power Play couldn't work, I decided to pop in Arthur's Birthday next. Now, I believe this is more so based on the books than the TV show, because some of the character designs and the voice actors did not match up consistency-wise. But other than that, though, it's a pretty decent activity book, but I will say that the load times are atrocious. Which is weird to me, because Toy Story Activity Center, the game with 3D graphics in it, has a shorter wait time than Arthur's Birthday, which is all 2D. But it's still a pretty decent time if you love Arthur like I do. Now, I'm running through all these games via a charity event, where every donation that I receive changes the game up. So I had to stop what I was doing in Arthur's Birthday and immediately jump into Jar Jar's Journey. Yay. So this is basically another animated storybook, one that happens to be based around episode 1 and has Jar Jar as your main guide all throughout. So what could possibly go wrong? In terms of content, it has a bit more going on than Arthur's Birthday, so it has that going for it. The game itself doesn't look too bad, it's just when it starts to sing at you is where I really start to lose it. It is filled with a lot of pandering noise. Oh, and the game likes to crash a lot, so there's that. I mean, thank God the game doesn't last too long. I was able to beat it within a span of maybe about an hour and a half or so, while being able to do mostly everything. But yeah, would not want to touch this game again. I really wish I was playing any other Star Wars game besides this. I would rather play Bombad Racing than this. I would rather play Terrace Kasai than this. And the last game that we looked at on day 2 was Pokemon trading card game Play It. And it's a simulation of the Pokemon trading card game as it existed in the year 2000, and when Wizards of the Coast was still at the helm. As for my personal history with the trading card game itself, there's not that much to talk about. I mean, yes, when I was a kid I did collect Pokemon cards, but I didn't really do a whole lot with them. In fact, when I was about 11 or 12, I decided to give all my cards away to my cousins, since I never really traded Pokemon cards at that point before. Now, even though I never got around to playing the card game IRL that much, I was able to pick it back up again virtually through TCG Pocket, and I have this game to thank for it for getting my feet wet. As for the game itself, this game. Now you might be saying to yourself, oh, this game can't be that bad. Why don't you just give it a fair chance? This game doesn't give any fair chances back. So this has been my trip down memory lane so far. I'm still raising funds for St. Jude, so there's plenty of time to catch childhood computer game Roulette still. And yeah, join me for part 2.